Hey y'all, and we back, y'all. We are back with a final update on Melodee Buzzard. We knew who the suspect allegedly was in the beginning anyway. So y'all make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you can get the notification when I do go live. Y'all, these are my opinions and not necessarily facts. Now, y'all, this is for entertaining news reporting. This is News 4, ABC News 4. Had words, y'all, just came in that Melodee Buzzard mom. What? Oh my gosh. The girl 1.9, y'all. I don't know why they got her looking like a grown lady right here. But I just want to come in and bring y'all the update. So if you catch it, you catch it. Later on, you know, come back and get it. But I'm going to go ahead on and give y'all the update. I don't have all night.
We are following some major developments tonight in the search for a missing 9-year-old from California.
Wow.
Police confirmed she was found dead in eastern Utah. Her mother is now in custody.
Well, ABC4's Kaylee Ann has been following the development for us all day. She joins us live with the very latest. Kaylee, what do we know about this so far?
Well, Brian and Sarah, this is a heartbreaking and rapidly developing situation. Just about 2 hours ago, we heard from the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office in California, where they have confirmed Ashley Buzzard is charged with first-degree murder of her 9-year-old daughter, Melodee Buzzard.
We have recovered a significant amount of evidence that clearly indicates that this heinous crime was committed by Ashley Buzzard.
Tuesday morning, Ashley was arrested from her California home. By the afternoon, the sheriff's office outlined a timeline. They say Melodee's body was found decomposed in Wayne County earlier this month in an area where the mother-daughter duo is believed to have traveled back in October. Melodee was last seen October 9th in Colorado near the border of Utah. She was first reported missing on October 14th, but law enforcement believes she was likely dead before that. The DNA results came in on Monday, confirming the body belonged to Melodee.
Maternal filicide is rare and always difficult to comprehend. But this level of criminal activity is particularly shocking given the calculated, cold-blooded, and criminally sophisticated premeditation and heartlessness that went into planning it and the ruthlessness that went into actually committing the crime.
The sheriff's office has also confirmed Melodee died from gunshot wounds to the head after searching Buzzard's California home and vehicle. They find a cartridge case and live ammunition related to the shooting. They still don't have the murder weapon.
This outcome is deeply tragic, and on behalf of the entire Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office, I want to extend our deepest condolences to those who knew and loved Melodee.
So obviously a very heartbreaking update there, and they haven't even determined a motive yet, but you did hear the coroner cite maternal filicide, which by definition is the act of a mother killing her child influenced by psychological, social, and situational factors. And this is still a developing story. We will continue to follow this case and provide updates for you both over the air and online at abc4.com. Reporting in studio, Kaylee Ann.
This is so sad, y'all. This is so disturbing. This is so sad. This lady was out this long knowing where her daughter was. What's wrong with these mothers? Why don't you get help? God, she 1.9 and you got her dressed with a wig on? Oh man, this don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. I mean, come on. I couldn't do my daughters like that. I'm sorry. Whew.
With Dupixent, stay ahead of your child's moderate
Let's see what they talking about over here, y'all. Let me see what these news folks talking about. Oh, Jesus.
Investigation Division.
Crazy
and then
folks.
we'll also hear from Special Agent in Charge Patrick Grandy from the Los Angeles Field Office. Immediately following remarks, we will have a brief Q&A session. I do want to emphasize that this investigation remains ongoing, and so there are going to be, some pieces of information that we don't have available for release just yet. We did do a very, thorough job of trying to provide you with the most amount of information that we possibly could without compromising the investigation. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Sheriff Bill Brown.
Well, thank you, and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here with us today. I am Santa Barbara County Sheriff Coroner Bill Brown.
Hey, Tiffany.
And today I am deeply saddened to report to you that the body of Melodee Alani Buzzard, the 9-year-old child who went missing from the Lompoc area in October of this year, has been found in a rural area outside of Canesville in Wayne County, Utah. And that this morning at approximately 7:51 a.m., members of our Sheriff's Office and the FBI arrested her mother, Ashley Lynn Buzzard, for her murder. Maternal filicide is rare and always difficult to comprehend. But this level of criminal activity is particularly shocking given the calculated, cold-blooded, and criminally sophisticated premeditation and heartlessness that went into planning it, and the ruthlessness that went into actually committing the crime. We have recovered a significant amount of evidence that clearly indicates that this heinous crime was committed by Ashley Buzzard, Melodee's mother, and the very person upon who she relied upon and trusted the most in this world. From the moment this case was reported, our detectives pursued every lead with determination, with urgency, and with compassion. Our investigators and those of our allied agencies worked simultaneously on multiple fronts, some maintaining around-the-clock surveillance of Ashley Buzzard, while others focused on the painstaking collection, analysis, and verification of physical, digital, and forensic evidence. That sustained effort was critical in bringing this case to where it stands today. Throughout this investigation, our detectives faced deliberate efforts to prevent them from finding Melodee and uncovering the truth. Despite those attempts, their focus never wavered. They remained disciplined, methodical, and relentless in their pursuit of the facts. Whenever obstacles were placed in their path, they overcame them. When cooperation was withheld, they relied on the evidence. Their commitment did not falter, and their determination did not fade. They followed the facts wherever they led, and that ultimately is what brought clarity and resolution to this case. Now I'm going to go over a timeline of the major developments in this case. Before I do that, though, and before I walk through it, I want to thank, in particular, and we'll go into some further detail of our allied agencies that helped us, but two in particular that I want to recognize at the start of this, and that is the Federal Investigation, which has been with us throughout the investigation and has helped us not only in our regional area, but also out of state. And I particularly want to thank Sheriff Micah Gully and the members of the Wayne County Sheriff's Office in Wayne County, Utah, and every other agency that assisted us with their partnership, their professionalism, and for their commitment to this case. This level of coordination among jurisdictions was essential, it was superb, and we are grateful for the support provided at every stage. And while this remains an active criminal case and certain details are still being investigated and cannot be disclosed at this time, I can share with you now a timeline outlining the major investigative milestones. October 14th, 2005, a school administrator reported Melodee's prolonged absence from school. Deputies responded to the family's residence in Lompoc, where her mother, Ashley Buzzard, was contacted. Melodee was not at the residence, and Ashley provided no verifiable explanation for Melodee's whereabouts. October 15th, 2025, detectives served a search warrant at the Buzzard residence in the 500 block of Mars Avenue in the Lompoc area, looking for evidence pertaining to Melodee's whereabouts. Subsequent to the search warrant, it was determined that Ashley had recently rented a car, and video surveillance images were obtained showing Ashley and Melodee at the rental car office, both of them wearing wigs in an apparent attempt to conceal their identity. These images were shared with the public on October the 22nd in an attempt to obtain additional information about their whereabouts. On October 24th, 2025, detectives shared an updated timeline and travel route with the public of Melodee's last known movements along a multi-state round-trip travel route that included California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, Wyoming, and Nebraska, with a return route including Kansas, Colorado, Utah, Arizona, Nevada, and then back to California. Detectives learned that along this trip, Ashley switched the license plates on the vehicle she had rented to a New York plate.
What?
And found out that she would back her vehicle into gas stations in an apparent attempt to avoid detection by their surveillance cameras. Melodee was last seen on video surveillance with Ashley on the Colorado side of the Colorado-Utah border on Thursday, October 9th, 2025. And detectives now believe that Melodee was murdered shortly after that stop. On October the 30th, sheriff's detectives, along with the FBI evidence response team, responded and served follow-up search warrants at the home of Ashley Buzzard, as well as for a storage locker that she had rented and upon the car that she had recently rented as well. During the search of the Mars Avenue residence, an expended cartridge case was recovered. During the search of the vehicle, a live round of similar ammunition was located. Detectives submitted the expended cartridge case to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives for inclusion in their national database called NIBIN, the National Integrated Ballistic Information Network. December the 6th, 2025, members of the Wayne County Sheriff's Office in Utah responded to a call from a man and a woman who were taking photos just off the 3300 block of East State Route 24 in a remote part of Wayne County, Utah. This couple had discovered the decomposed body of a deceased person off of the side adjacent to West Caneville Road. On December 8th, 2025, a member of the Wayne County Sheriff's Office notified the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office of the discovery of the unidentified found body. Although immediate identification of the deceased person was not possible, it was apparent that the decedent was a female who had died from gunshot wounds to the head.
Dang, yo.
December 17th, 2025.
Jesus.
The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives examination of cartridge cases found at the Utah crime scene resulted in a NIBIN hit, linking them to the single cartridge case that was found at the Buzzard residence. On yesterday, the FBI Crime Lab notified our agency that DNA analysis had determined that the remains found in Utah were a familial DNA match to Ashley Buzzard. Today, December 23rd, 2025, members of the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office and the FBI served search and arrest warrants at the Mars Avenue residence and arrested Ashley Lynn Buzzard for the murder of Melodee Buzzard. Ashley was taken into custody without incident, and she was booked at the Northern Branch Jail for first-degree murder, where she is currently being held without bail. While these developments represent important steps towards holding Ashley Buzzard accountable for the murder of her daughter, they do not diminish the profound loss that we are acknowledging today. Because this case is now moving through the court system, there are limits on what additional detail we can share publicly at this time. At this point, I'm going to ask Lieutenant Chris Gottschall to recognize the personnel and agencies whose work in our region was instrumental in this investigation.
Thank you, Sheriff. Good afternoon. This case required an extraordinary level of coordination and commitment amongst all agencies. I want to specifically recognize the detectives who tirelessly worked from the very beginning, including lead detective Joe, Detective Ruben Esparza, Detective Matt Maxwell, Detective Cliff Cabassid, Detective Thomas Brownlee, and Sergeant Jeff McDonald, along with numerous investigators, sheriff's deputies, professional staff, and support personnel who contributed countless hours to this effort.
Took too long.
I'd also like to acknowledge our allied agencies whose cooperation and assistance were essential to advancing this investigation across multiple jurisdictions.
Took too long. It took too long, y'all.
Whether you're heading to the lake,
I don't care what they say.
or your own backyard,
Took too long to find it, baby.
You need in stock to make the most.
Jesus. So mad.
From grills and fire pits to camp chairs and coolers, shop thousands of products in store or online at campingworld.com.
Hey, Tio.
If I were to describe Trident University International in one word, I would talk.
Come on, y'all. Skip the commercial.
Of the FBI, Supervisory Senior Resident Agent Mike Rusev, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, the California Department of Justice, the Santa Barbara County District Attorney's Office, Santa Barbara County Child Welfare Services, the Lompoc Unified School District, and Santa Barbara County Search and Rescue. At this time, I would like to invite Special Agent in Charge Patrick Grandy, executive from the FBI Los Angeles Field Office, to speak about the FBI's key role in supporting this investigation. Thank you, Sheriff.
Good afternoon. My name is Patrick Grandy. I'm Special Agent in Charge with the FBI's Los Angeles Field Office. Various FBI field offices in multiple states devoted resources to this investigation, and I can confidently speak on behalf of all FBI employees when I say that our collective hearts are broken as a result of this senseless outcome. The agents in our Santa Maria office, just north of here, worked tirelessly for the past couple of months with the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office, and this has no doubt affected them as well personally. We were all hoping to find Melodee alive, as you undoubtedly were as well. That said, the FBI will continue to provide resources to the County of Santa Barbara as they pursue justice for Melodee, whether that be laboratory services, running down leads in other states, or other investigative assets. As I mentioned, this investigation spanned multiple states. FBI field offices in Denver, Kansas City, Las Vegas, Omaha, Salt Lake City, San Diego, and San Francisco, as well as numerous other local partners provided resources. In particular, as the sheriff mentioned, the Wayne County Sheriff's Department in Utah, and their medical examiner for their dedication to Melodee's remains once they were found. Thank you in advance for bearing with me, as I would like to recognize the following agencies that also played a significant role in this investigation. As the sheriff mentioned, it was quite extensive. From the state of Colorado, the Chaffee County Sheriff's Office, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, Colorado Department of Transportation, Colorado State Police, Fremont County Sheriff's Office, Junction Colorado Police Department, Gunnison Police Department, Gunnison Sheriff's Office, Salida Police Department. From the state of Nebraska, the Nebraska State Police. From the state of Utah, the Paiute County Sheriff's Office, St. George Police Department, the Utah State Bureau of Investigation, and the Utah Department of Public Safety. Lastly, I'd like to recognize the media for reporting on this story continuously, and for members of the public who called in tips. We continue to urge anyone with information about Melodee's murder to contact law enforcement. Thank you, and I'll turn it back over to the sheriff.
Thank you. Let me just conclude by saying these remarks. The circumstances of Melodee Buzzard's murder are heartbreaking. All of us who have been involved in this case have been deeply affected by it. We were hoping against hope that she would be safely found. This outcome is deeply tragic, and on behalf of the entire Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office, I want to extend our deepest condolences to those who knew and loved Melodee. I want to take a moment to speak directly to the Meza and Buzzard families who have endured unimaginable pain throughout this ordeal. Their strength, their patience, and their steadfast hope have been evident from the very beginning. No family should ever have to experience this kind of loss, and our hearts are with them today and will be with them in the difficult days ahead. We stand with them, and we remain committed to securing justice for Melodee. I also want to thank the members of the media, both you here in our region and those out of state, for your continued coverage, including the conveyance of Melodee's image and the circumstances of her disappearance all across America. Your involvement played a meaningful role in advancing this investigation. To the members of our community who followed this case closely, thank you for your engagement, for your support, and for your willingness to come forward with information. The loss of a child is among the most profound tragedies any community can endure, and that loss is exacerbated when it is at the hand of someone else, and particularly at the hand of the one who should have loved them the most. Today, we stand together in grief, but also with resolve. Melodee deserved a far better life than she had.
She did.
We will honor her memory by ensuring that every step of this process is handled with care, compassion, and a steadfast commitment to justice. Our investigation does not end here. We will continue working closely with prosecutors and ensure that the judicial process moves forward with integrity. May God bless the innocent soul of Melodee Alani Buzzard, who we will never, ever forget. Thank you, and I'll now turn it back over to our PIO.
Somebody she trusts, her own mother.
We have allotted some time if anybody has any follow-up questions. Again, reinforcing the fact that we do have an ongoing investigation, and while we're trying to balance transparency with seeking justice for Melodee, so we do have an opportunity to take just a few questions. Yes, Crystal.
Yeah, I'm just curious, do we believe at this moment that Ashley acted alone, or is there any potential leads that other suspects may be involved.
So the question is, do we believe that Ashley acted alone in this homicide? I'll turn it over to Lieutenant Gottschall. Please step to the podium.
Thank you for your question. Our investigation thus far has revealed that at this time we don't believe that anyone else was involved.
Did that to her own daughter. Sad.
I hear yes.
Raquel, the sheriff mentioned the retrieval of cartridges
Yes.
and the live rounds. Is the murder weapon in evidence?
So the question is about the location of the murder weapon, if we have that in our evidence or in our possession at this time. I'll turn that over to Sheriff Brown.
Thank you. Yeah, the short answer is no. We do not have the murder weapon yet, but we continue to seek it.
Y'all ain't got the murder weapon?
I'll come back to you for your follow-up question in just a moment. Go ahead, yes?
Will this case be tried in Santa Barbara County or elsewhere?
Okay, so the question is where this trial will take place. I believe Sheriff Brown will have a response for that.
Yes, the plan is that this trial will take place here, since the intent was believed to have been formed here in our county prior to going on this road trip and committing the actual crime.
Wow, I can't believe she did that girl like that.
So we're going to have room for just a couple more questions. I'll volley back here. Yes?
And for any of you, I know early in the investigation, investigators had been out in those various areas along the road trip. Had that area in Wayne County been searched at all?
So the question is if investigators on their initial routes had been through that area of Wayne County. I believe you're asking if we specifically probably been to the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Okay, since they asking questions, I want to ask this question. Since they asking questions, they knew that Melodee mom had mental issues. Why was she still living with her mom? Why was she still living with her mom, y'all? Mental health is real, and mental illness is real serious. That little girl didn't have no business staying with her mom. And now we got to deal, now when she go to court, now we about to deal with mental illness and mental health. And now they're going to give her a light sentence. Might not get sentenced at all. Because her mom, something wrong with her mom, y'all. She got mental health issues. She might get away with this. I mean, what is going on? I mean, this is happening too much. God, this is happening too much. All right, y'all. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. If you don't know nothing about the case, then go look it up. This is about missing. Well, she not missing no more. Melodee Buzzard mom is arrested after daughters found dead. Her remains. And I want to thank those my subscribers. The one who stuck, who hung out with me, surviving this case, because we knew when the mom would just want to look pretty and put on lipsticks, were worried about her beauty, and Melodee was a beautiful 9-year-old girl. She was so beautiful, and it's a lot of moms jealous of their own daughters. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm at